Welcome to my channel. Welcome. I just was called to come sit at my magic table. I picked up a little tiny feather today on my journey. I went for a lovely, beautiful walk in the woods, but let me share something with you, right? So I'm not a big fan of mud. In actual fact, I've got a bit of an aversion to mud, which is quite crazy when you think about the fact that I've got horses and yeah, the fields are mud, but I do not like mud. But I also value walking in nature and loving the fact that I should ground myself and walk on the ground and feel it. Well, I took the wrong path tonight, or the right path, depends on how you want to look at it. Because I only had my sandals on, and this path was very muddy. So I had to take my sandals off, and I had to walk all the way along this path for about a kilometer with mud squelching through my toes. And you know what? It was blissful. It was lovely. It felt initially, I was like, whoa, but then I just kept thinking, I'm grounding myself. This is meant to be. This is meant to be. I'm going to keep going. And I did. And it was absolutely lovely. So I don't want to show you what my feet look like, by the way. I'm going to have to go in the bath in a minute and give them a good old scrub. But it was just joyous to feel the ground beneath my feet, the coolness of that mud and the ground beneath my feet. The grass when I walked on grass, the dirt when I walked on the dirt, the mud when I walked in the mud. It was just, I can't describe it, but one thing that I kept thinking is, we have to ground ourselves, and we should always try and walk at least once a week on the ground. Because how many times do you actually take shoes off your feet? Very rarely. When we go on holiday, of course we do. We go in the sea, on the beach, we're just sort of walking around like that, and it's so beautiful. And you feel quite good because you're on holiday, but it's also because you are just freeing yourself from the confines. So I think that's what the reading's going to be about. There's going to be something about freedom, about change again, but I wasn't sure what cards I was going to pick. And I did a reading earlier, which I'm posting on YouTube. That was absolutely wonderful. I used my tarot deck and I used my beautiful Witch's Oracle. But now I've come in, I've sat at my magic table, I've asked Spirit what, and they've told me to get the Ethereal Insight cards. So this deck, which I do like, it's always got a very good story, and my Intuitive Whispers card. So I kind of feel like intuitively I was sort of being told, go and do another reading, but also take your shoes off, walk on the ground, ground yourself. You know, when you have that little voice inside your head. So I'm also putting the amethyst stone crystal on top of my Intuitive Whispers card, and I'm going to leave them to the side because we are starting with the Ethereal Insight cards. And I'm going to start with them because I want to see what it is that Spirit is actually guiding with. What is the story here? Why is this very important that I should walk on the ground with mud squelching through my toes, grounding myself, making sure, and I was speaking to Spirit as I was walking along about my situations and how I'm learning my lessons and doing my thing, and seeing clearer and clearer about what it is that I am being guided with. Okay, so we have got some cards on the table. None of them, by the way, oh, there we go. We've got flipped up ones, as I said it. Okay, I think that's it, isn't it, Spirit? Maybe 2 more, 3 more. All right, lovely. So we've got quite a few cards on the table. Let's start with the ones that are definitely in, that are flipped over. All right, so we've got fulfillment, happy, satisfied, emotionally content. And that I kind of feel like, well, maybe that's how I'm feeling right now. I'm satisfied, I'm emotionally content. I had a beautiful walk in nature. The sun has just come back out and is shining brightly on me. I feel like I'm surrounded by this beautiful light. I'm very happy and content. How do you feel right now? If you're feeling the same type of energy that is on my table, then I think this reading might be for you. So, fulfillment, release, let go, free yourself, liberate yourself. Yeah? Go walk in nature, go squelch your toes through mud or sand or grass, whatever it may. Go and liberate yourself, free yourself, let go, release. And when we do that, you know, we can do it in our physical sense. We can do lymphatic drainage. We can let go by singing, dancing, screaming, you know, whatever it might be, even just chatting to somebody else and releasing something that is maybe bothering us. We can do a lot about releasing and letting go. But the important thing is releasing something without any intention of ever wanting it back. And that sometimes can be really difficult, because if it's meant to come back to you, it will come back to you. If it's meant to be, it will be. So release. So whatever you've done, maybe you've already done that release, and now you have this feeling of freedom, of fulfillment, satisfaction, emotional contentment. Okay, so when we release something, that's really the energy that we get, don't we? Okay. We've also got something that is incomparable, beyond compare, unmatched. Okay, so something here on the table. I don't know yet what the story is. I maybe need to put it together. Let's take another card. Within weeks or this month, there can be something that is going to come along that is going to make you feel very happy. It's going to be something that's incomparable. It's beyond compare. It's unmatched. It's something maybe that's a surprise. You've not even thought of it. And it comes along within the next few weeks, within this month. So we're going into July now on Tuesday. So within this month, I think, and you know, we can also think of it as being in the new moon, and that cycle of the moon is a month, and that month, within this month, a lot of change, new beginnings, something different. You've released, let go, freed yourself, liberated yourself possibly, in order for this actually to happen. Okay. It's long lasting. It's something that is going to be creating history. It's something that's going to be legacy for your family. It's something that maybe no one else in your family have done. No one else in your family has experienced. You know, this beyond compare. I mean, that is a big something, isn't it? It's something really wonderful. And it's because you've liberated yourself. You're emotionally content. You've liberated yourself. You've, you know, really changed exactly what is destiny in a way. Because of this transition, because there's been this transition, period of change, shifting, moving on from challenges. So you've definitely let go of something, freed yourself, you're moving on. There's a big, massive change, transition. The transition is bringing about something that is beyond compare within weeks, this month, okay, that is going to be very long lasting. And it'll bring good stability, security, all right, balance in your life. Now then, I'm being told to take over. All right, okay. I didn't really want to have to go here, but I'm going because the cards are in front of me in my hands. There are 3. It's interesting how I picked up 3. Well, 3 were facing the opposite side when we started. Fulfillment, release, and incomparable. We've got weeks, legacy, transition and stability, which I've turned over, and quite happy to read them as well. And then we had the last 3 on the table, and Spirit said, take all 3 up, because this is what the story is. So I'm just throwing this out there. There's a mistake, a fault. Someone's messed up. Something's happened, okay, that is now going to bring about stability, okay, something that's going to be secure and strong. And it could be that you will meet someone, friends first, and then a deep conversation will take place. Now, I'm just being told you might already be in this situation and you want more, a deep conversation, or the other person, deep conversation, in-depth connection below the surface. And this could be the reason why it's beyond compare. It's because you haven't actually thought it would be. You never maybe thought it was going to happen. Perhaps it's something that you have hoped for, but traditionally it never has taken place. It might not be something that you've foreseen for yourself. But because of this change, this period of change, and because it says period of change this month within weeks, I'm feeling is since the new moon. So we have got this time period that things, you're moved on from the challenges, you've let go, you've liberated, you've given up thinking. Okay, so you were friends first, this person, but they're going to be coming in and they are going to have this very deep conversation with you. Maybe move in together, let's have a baby, let's make more of a commitment, whatever that deep conversation, take what resonates. But there's definitely this very much this wonderful feeling of something that is there for you now, and you weren't expecting it. I think I'm going to be, because you were friends first, and literally now here you are. All right, so someone unhealed. I went to pick up and this flipped over. Unresolved, unprocessed emotions, repressed feelings. So maybe that's why there's this deep conversation with a friend first. You've known each other maybe a long time. You know what could be the issue, but they've never addressed it with you. They've never sort of given you more detail. And you have this deep conversation. I had this situation the other day with my neighbor. I think I might have mentioned it in one of my readings, because it's about communication. And he literally gave me so much detail about himself. I was like, what? I didn't even know any of this, you know? And I haven't known him for years or anything like that, but I certainly was quite surprised at some of the things that he was telling me. So friends first, deep conversation. And if you are in this situation already, you can expect that deep conversation. If you meet somebody within the month and what have you, you will end up with this deep conversation. So it's going to be a legacy. It's going to be a long-term scenario. But this person could be unhealed. There could be something there from an emotional point of view. Repressed feelings. I love that. Repressed feelings. All right. Okay. Anything else on the table, Spirit, please, before I take the NGS? Okay. We have got yin and yang, balance and harmony, and talk, communicate, discuss, reach out. Okay, so this deep conversation is going to come about because this person, okay, is going to reach out to you. They're going to tell you exactly, and they need to do that in order to get that stability back in their life, that harmony, that feeling of balance. It might be between the two of you that a balance needs to take place. Perhaps because you've always been sort of friends and what have you, might feel a little bit sorry for yourself because actually this person has maybe walked away, not included you. I've got this situation with friends of mine at the minute, you know, not being included. They're not coming to me like they normally do. They've gone off on a different scenario. So the deep conversation is because of the healing. The balance has got to take place, and there will be some reach out, a communication about that. Okay. Beautiful. We're getting more cards. Difficulty, turning point, unstable, and alignment. In tune, living authentically and intentionally. And I feel like this is you. You know, you're in alignment, you're living it authentically, you're going through a transition period, remember? And I really feel like you've become somebody, maybe to this person, that is unmatched. They know it. You know, you've been friends, they know you, they trust you, you've let them go. Maybe they did walk away from you. But within weeks, this month, there is, from this transition, the balance is going to be restored, I'm hearing. The stability that they will bring back into this relationship. And you will see that this unhealed version of them possibly will, because of the crisis, because of something that has happened, they may come back to talk to you. It's a turning point in their life that they might need to just let it out, let it go. Just like I said, my neighbor did, just oh, right, okay. And that's because you are authentic, you are intentional, you turn up for other people. Now, it's not to say that people always turn up for you, because sometimes they don't, but that's my case. But you are in alignment. You have got this yin and yang. Maybe you've got this balance and harmony now, and this mistake that this person maybe has made needs to be addressed. And because of the crisis, this reach out, this talk, it will come about. Okay, so let's have our intuitive whispers cards and just have a look and see what it is that can confirm what is on our table, please. Spirit and our guidance from Intuitive Whispers. Can we have an intuitive whisper when this person reaches out? Let's ask that question. When this person reaches out, Spirit, what is it? What is our guidance, please? This friend first. Intuitive journaling. All right, intuitive 25, intuitive journaling. I feel like this is you being in alignment. Look there, sitting there. You've been doing this intuitive journaling. You've been journaling intuitively about the situation. All right, this relationship maybe, or how it's made you feel, and how you know that intuitively it may come back round, and how are you going to deal with it? Let me read for you number 25. It's a rebuilding card. It's inviting you to switch off from your rational conscious mind, explore your intuitive subconscious, a place that exists beyond thought and that can be accessed in moments of silence, no judgment, no expectation, and where you are present in the moment rather than distracted by the past or the future. Now I'm being told, I placed it down over deep convo. So when this person or this deep conversation happens, remember, okay, about how you can sit in silence to listen, no judgment, no expectation. And intuitive journaling is not striving to make sense of what is written or to be understood. It is simply exploring with curiosity what the intuition wants to say. So if you do journal, my intuition wants to say, if you are journaling, perhaps that's what it's saying. Maybe you should right now address this sort of thought, have a conversation with this person and see what your intuition tells you, how to say things, what to do. It will help you when this deep conversation comes about, when this reach out, this talk, this discuss. Can we talk about this? Maybe if you've done some intuitive journaling, you've sort of made sense of a few things for yourself and your feelings and how you feel. I think that's an important aspect of this story here. So you're happy, you're satisfied right now. Message from your third eye. Intuition. Okay, you know what this is coming. You know this is going to happen. Okay, you know that this mistake, this situation happened because of something this person maybe was unhealed from. Okay, you are in balance and harmony right now. You're fulfilled, you're happy, you've released this, you've let it go, and it's coming around now because you are ready to have this deep conversation. Okay, use your intuition as much as you can. I'll read this one to you. Message from your third eye, number 10. Trust the whisper. Your third eye is your intuitive center, the space that connects you to the mystical. The message from your third eye is for you and you alone. When your intuition whispers, it's like an internal supportive friend who's guiding you along the journey of your life. This card is a nudge to listen and trust the whispers. What is it saying? It can feel easier to ignore the whisper as it's not always what you want or expect to hear. Interesting. Remember I said to you, it's something that's moving from challenges with this person, maybe the situation. Yeah, it might not be what you want to hear. But don't. Just trust your intuition. You are a special soul, and the sooner you act on the inner whisper, the sooner your full purpose will be revealed to you. If you've been struggling to find purpose lately, look no further. The answer is not going to come from outside of you. It will rise from you knowing yourself and the desires of your body. Your purpose is already written. Stop searching outwardly and look inward through the lens of your third eye. How to hear the message. To open your third eye, close your eyes and repeat this 5-part breath. Exhale deeply. Take a sip of air into your belly. Take a sip of air into your chest. Take a sip of air into your third eye. Hold your breath for 5 seconds and squeeze your energy upward into your third eye. Release and repeat 5 times. That is a very interesting message. You will feel a tingling sensation at your third eye as it activates. Hover your awareness here. Ask yourself the questions. What is my message? So if you are aware, maybe this person's already reached out to you and you're not sure what you are going to be saying. Maybe they've reached out and you haven't actually gone to the point of allowing anything further. The deep conversation hasn't happened. Perhaps this is what is saying to you. Keep in alignment and ground yourself. Go walk in mud. Keep yourself in a balanced state. Harmony, okay? Duality, the yin and yang, 69, if you see that number often, which I have today, it's a very important number for balance. We're also in this moon phase, which is the moon in Cancer, and Cancer 69 is the symbol of Cancer. Difficulty, turning point, unstable, crisis. Some crisis has happened in order to make this person reach out now, wanting you to listen to them. So message from your third eye, use your intuition. And it's very, very, very funny how I said to you I was using the amethyst. And the amethyst, this is the crystal for your third eye. All right. So beautiful, beautiful cards. Let's see. Anything else you can help us with, please, Spirit? When this person jumps out. Your soul knows. 33. And we have 3 cards turned over and 3 cards at the end. 3 is very important. It's a very powerful number. So 33, your soul knows. Trust in what is happening. Your soul is driving this. So listen to the whispers of your soul. Beneath the layers of confusing thoughts and daily patterns of behavior, there is guidance that is helping to navigate your way through life. You might not always be aware or listening, but one way or another, it is guiding you to learn the lessons you're supposed to learn, grow in the ways you're supposed to evolve, and experience life just as you are. That is not to say you don't have a huge amount of choice in the way you live your life. You do, but you also have a supportive guiding voice that is within you whispering. You can choose to follow the deep inner guidance or push against it and make your life more challenging. Choose the supportive path and listen to the whispers. How to listen to your soul. The soul works through feeling rather than thinking. It is the sensation you notice when you have a life choice to make. The internal nudge that allows you to know what you truly want. Sometimes it goes against logical thinking and it is not what you want to hear. Well, other times it makes decisions easy. Do you allow yourself to follow the inner knowing rather than logical thought? The choice is always yours. Next time you have a decision to make, take a breath, close your eyes and feel the direction your soul is guiding you in. So there you are, my friends. We've got 3 cards to finish on. I don't think we need anything more. Okay. We've got a very clear ethereal insight message on the table. So when the deep conversation happens, when that person comes in to you, make sure, okay, throat release. Okay, your communication is good, is sound. Okay, trust in that. Trust in your communication. Trust that the Archangel Gabriel is with you and he will help you communicate. Okay, move your body to move your emotion and trust. There we are. Trust yourself. Trust in your abilities, how far you have come, how much you've released, let go, how you've changed, this transition that you've gone through. Okay, you're not the same person maybe that you were when you first met this person. You were friends first. So you do have a bond. You have some bond with somebody. Okay, so move your body to move your emotions. Go for a walk in nature. Go for a walk in nature. Crown activation. Again, very big knowing and understanding. And we have 3 more cards that have opened up for us here. Unraveling. Something is coming about. Something's unraveling. Something, allow it to unravel. Okay. Just allow things to go. You've been told within these weeks, in this month, something is going to be coming about. It was a mistake. There was something that, there was a fault. There was an error. There was a mess up in some way. Maybe that's the truth. One next step and it's your time to shine. You're being guided. This is a divine orchestration. And it's very interesting how this is mirroring. So I'm being told that this person that's coming back could be a twin flame. Could be a soul connection. Okay. Somebody that is very much destiny. This legacy scenario. Okay. It makes a lot more sense. You'll be creating history together. So that's an interesting one. It's your time to shine, my friend. So take that one next step when it presents to you. Listen. Remember, your soul knows. Feel. Okay. Use your intuition. See how it comes about. Keep the mind out of it for now. Use your emotion. Trust in yourself. You know. And move your body to move your emotion. Again, look at this beautiful, you know, guidance, this move your body. Okay, go and walk in nature. Go and, you know, don't answer straight away if you don't want to. Go and dance, go and sing, go and move yourself. Look at this person here, fulfillment. Our first card out, jumping around. Woohoo! I feel so happy. I feel so good. If you've heard from the person, let that out. Go. You know, it's so nice when a friend, I contacted a friend the other day and she said, oh my goodness, this is such a lovely surprise. We haven't talked for a long time. And I said, I'd love to catch up. Yes, she said, that would be beautiful. Let me know when you're free. I haven't heard back from her. I told her, haven't heard back from her again. So sometimes you reach out and people aren't ready. But now, if this is a discussion, a communication, something that's going to be communicated to you, your crown activation, your intuition, your whole body is your emotion right now. Trust in your growth, trust in your transition, trust in what it is that you will be. And this person will respond in the way that it needs to happen because it's divinely guided. It's divinely guided. I am sweating up a storm. So that is huge Phoenix energy. I know it's warm outside and I've got the sun coming in through my window, so maybe it's just that. But no, I think it's that Phoenix. Something's rising, something's happening. And it's a lovely thought. And I'm so blessed to be able to have shared this with you guys. And I hope it resonates. Like, subscribe, tell me, whatever. I'd love to hear from you. Good luck with your deep convo. And I'll see you again soon. Thank you for joining my words of wisdom.